Welcome all from around the world to Weekly Insights with me, Dorothy Attema. Today, we're going to look into, should we accept prescription drugs as the only treatment for depression? Read an article written by a Dr. Angie called The Better Way to Treat Depression. And so I decided today I'm going to talk about treating depression. This is because, as she pointed out, that the mainstream view about depression is that it is an intrinsic biological defect, meaning that when you have symptoms of depression or fear, all the symptoms of depression, meaning that that is looked at as an illness, which they say that it is an illness causing an imbalance in your brain. So then you go to a psychiatric and the psychiatric prescribes drugs to you, which then is supposed to bring to rectify the imbalance. But rightfully so, she pointed out that there is no evidence to support this kind of mainstream thinking that the symptoms of depression can be diagnosed as an illness. And I know definitely this is going to sound very controversial to some of you, but this message is not for everyone. I must say that rightfully. It's for you if you're willing to consider that really, the symptoms of depression does not mean that then you have an illness which needs then to be prescribed drugs. And consider this. In this pandemic year, we have seen a lot of distress and emotional distress, problems with mental health, because of the adversity that has come in this year. People losing jobs, livelihoods, people losing loved ones. Yeah, it's very natural for people who are going through adversity to have emotional distress. It's a natural way. In fact, if you go through adversity and you don't have emotional distress, then you are ill. But that does not mean that when you have emotional distress, then you are supposed to be diagnosed as a sick person with a defect, which there's nothing to support that, and so you need some drugs. So what has happened is the prescription drugs for depression have gone high. Some countries have seen mental illnesses go high as with 46%, and so also the prescription drugs. But we have not seen the impact in the society. People are still having issues of mental health. Ask yourself this. How come then there is not such a big change with all the prescription drugs? I was so shocked to find out that you can even Google it up, some of the side effects of the drugs. Let's say I have a compulsive behavior, I'm panicky, I'm fearful, I go to a doctor, prescribes an antidepressant. Just because I'm panicky and I'm fearful and I have some compulsive behavior, maybe I'm eating too much, they say that the side effect of that is that it could make me start thinking suicidal thoughts. in my view, that is the extreme of depression. That is when you really need to go and see a doctor, a psychiatric. When you're thinking about suicide, for me, that is actually considered as extreme depression. So if I was just have compulsive behaviors, I go take these drugs, and then I end up having suicidal thoughts, is that making me any better? Of course not. So for me, the question is, should the only offer to help people who are depressed or suffering from emotional distress due to normal, natural human adversity, should the only offer, acceptable offer, be antidepressants, be drugs?
Thank you for watching this video. I believe you enjoyed it. Just hit the like button to show that you did. Also, don't forget to click on the subscribe key and hit the notification button so that you'll be the first to know when new content is uploaded on our weekly insights.